that it could be.
What if it's more or less yours and you're just witnessing someone else's? It could just be basically the birth of the mother and the father of dragons. Or do you know it's you experiencing it?
It'd be Reyes.
It's you, okay. Thinking emoji.
Oh yeah, Helgex. My bad. This thing here, he taps his the ancient dragon scale he got. What do you make of these?
I do not have enough information to make assumptions with it. It definitely seems as an object of power.
By the way, why do you vacillate between the colors?
That is my design. Proof of both concept and design.
Are we the same?
Potentially. I do not know. I lack the capabilities of performing deeper inquiries upon your capacity.
Can I insight that?
Sure.
He's bullshitting.
While we have a breakaway, I totally forgot Varric has this, by the way. He can give spell slots to allies. Or himself.
Heals 14.
Heals 14, man. Heals 14. That's a weird...
I mean, to be fair, those are 2 above average. So
That is too above that. That's fair.
yeah, I can't really complain about my low modifier.
It's hard to read...
A disembodied voice.
Yeah, disembodied voice that is, as far as you're aware, a constructed intelligence. He sounds genuine.
Okay, one more question for you, Varric. You say this thing immense power. Does that mean dangerous to use?
Dangerous to use? I don't know about that. Dangerous to break? Probably. Items carrying any significant form of magical power are, don't get me wrong, they're usually really resilient and sturdy, but if you somehow manage to break them, crack them, so on, they'll start leaking or explosively letting out, not explosively, violently letting out that energy.
He puts it away.
It's probably fine. It doesn't look like something that's particularly easy to break.
Imagine if you just rip it in half like a regular playing card and just...
Why would you do such a thing to your playing card?
You should do it.
Then you can no more use it.
Yeah, true.
So, around 10 minutes have passed, and the bird does come back and begin regaling what it's seen to Sir Grayson, who thusly regales it to all of you. There is a room and a hall which has a up ascending door and a hallway shooting off left from the perspective, down this chute. To the path with the water, there is a crack in the wall, or rather the tunnel funnels, I guess is the better way to describe it. It tightens up to the point where you guys would have to shimmy, and Wish Soccer probably wouldn't even be able to fit unless you guys started to break it away, which is, given that you guys have like magical equipment to break shit, yeah, it wouldn't be that hard. Also, the bird did not spy any creatures, although that it wasn't like particularly stopping and searching for traps or hidden spots or stealthing creatures and such. It was just trying to get a general look around the place.
And this is all just this one path right now.
No. This is the two paths. So
Okay.
the one path here
It did split.
is a room which has a door to the left and to the up above.
Left and
It
right.
approximates to go. This chute goes down several stories, and then there's like a series of cliffs, I guess you would call them, that up ascend. Like imagine like really big steps, except they're like all like 20 feet apiece in height. And there's also a door at the top of those cliffs, those steps, I call them cliff steps. And there's also a door to the left. The path to the left on the map, so the water path, if it the cavern tightens to be like a shimmy space, it would be tight for all of you except, I guess, Roker, and Witchstalker would be able to fit naturally through it. You guys could 100% break it though. So
What about the L path down here?
which one?
Like way down here where we got Helgax. Helgax.
You didn't go there.
Ow.
Yeah, I didn't tell it to. Yeah, I told it to look down this one and the other path. Yeah, didn't say anything about crossing the stream.
Cool.
Helgex mentioned that it once led to a laboratory.
Okay.
Whether it still does, we don't know.
Nice. During the short rest, could I have done something?
What would you want to do?
She would have wanted to see, offer Venian's mask to Varric for him to possibly attune to if he wants to.
He's already wearing Terminus, so he can't have both on his face.
Ow!
I would say that.
Do you have to wear that on your face? Like a headpiece?
Oh, that's a good point. I guess you guys don't wear it on your face. Yeah.
Yeah,
I
I
mean,
always
I guess
imagined
you
it was
could.
like attached to her hip.
I don't need it. I think you guys are usually in a worse state of things than I am most of the time.
True, but the rest of us aren't being targeted by people with crazy advanced technology.
Are we still being targeted?
Not for the time
I'm pretty sure if they
being.
wanted to shoot me, they would have shot me already.
If it was advantageous in the situation, but Ruhan seemed to... Ruhan gave them other targets to focus on for the time being. But if they do decide to take you out, or try and take us out,
If they
feel
decide
you'll be
they
the
want
first
to kill me, I
ones.
don't think a mask is gonna, even a magical mask like that is gonna stop him from doing it.
It might. I mean, Catalina
It
managed to
might not.
dodge one of the blasts.
Catalina is a fucking changeling, raised in a semi-divine household. I know my mother was a cleric, but I ain't like that.
Right.
I appreciate the concern, Rose, but I'm not a cripple. If anything, you guys should worry about keeping yourselves alive so I don't gotta get out of position to go rescue you.
Bye, Fred.
Alright, have a good night, Fred. Probably gonna end soon
Good
anyways.
night.
Like 30 minutes from now.
Yeah, good night.
That's when I was gonna hop off.
Race will support whatever plan you make here.
Well, we could talk about. I'm not sure we're gonna
Correct.
decide a path to. Oh, we'll see. We'll see. I won't make
Yeah.
assumptions one way or another.
All right, have a good one.
All right. Have a night.
All right, good night.
Next week, you good?
I should be, yes.
Roger,
If
Roger.
not, I will let you know.
Roger. And then he goes the fuck to sleep.
Yeah, it's not a point of him being a cripple, it's just a point of keeping everyone else safe as well from potential threat. I don't know.
See.
Keep it for
Okay.
yourself, Rose.
Ooh. Excuse me.
Alright.
Does
So,
Abigail have a message?
She'll just look disheartened to an extent and just hold on to the mask then.
She does.
Yeah, she does. She's used in the past.
I know you mean well, Rose. But Varric, even though he might be the clinically tactical sort, he does have his matters of pride. If he were to accept that, it would be him accepting that he is dead weight.
You know him better than I do. Would you try to put in a word for the argument later?
No,
Comes-
because I know him.
Eh.
Varric is steeped from a background of competency. He can't step off that path now. I assure you the Deaf has already done worlds for his professionalism. And none the better. Besides, he's in a foul mood anyways, given what happened with Fia.
God, don't tell me about that.
Then you shouldn't remind him.
Okay, fair enough. I guess I didn't think that part through.
Is this all said through the magic message, yeah?
Yes.
Yeah, okay, cool. They're just intently staring at each other. I'm like, what are they doing? What are they doing?
I just casually had a conversation. Don't worry about it.
Just like, is this what people
If
do?
you think you felt bad about being the one not able to stop Fia from teleporting away, how do you think Varric feels being the one to have given her the initial warning months ago?
Yes, meanwhile, I encouraged us to go there in the first place. It's... Ugh. That was more or less just like a slip of thought process more than anything. It was her choice.
And we're in
It's a bad
understanding then.
choice. Ugh.
So,
Sayed.
there is a branching, I say branching, there's a two-directional branching path down the chute. Of course, you had to get
This way.
down the chute, which goes several
Yep.
stories, if not more. The
I'm
path
not
still
getting hooked.
across the way up here towards the Wata
Wata.
Okay, are
is
you
a
talking
bit
about
more, is far more open, according to the bird, but it compensates for the initial openness for a later narrowness.
You were trying to say something, Kirsty?
Yeah. I think. Sorry, my brain's just popped.
Oh, it's good. It's
Whatever
like
thought I
midnight
had
30
there's
for
just
you.
gone. Sorry.
There you are.
You guys can backtrack and go back to the L, as you call it, where
What's a L?
Helgix was.
hmm
That is an option as well.
Yeah,
The bird didn't go down that way because no one asked it to. So
I'm wondering how far we can, well, if we can get down without getting poked. Because what's these little triangles? Are they just like spikes that are like standing up in the?
yeah, basically oriented stalags.
I think Ori could get down there without really any difficulty.
Yeah.
I mean, the thing is, like, it clearly is a trap. So the
Yeah.
fact that you know it's a trap, you probably can safely navigate down it anyways, as long as you have, like, some form of, like, rope to, like, just, scale
Angle
it
yourself.
down, rappel down it, versus, like, fucking falling and banging around on the sides of the tunnel and stuff like that. Yeah, then that would
Yeah,
fucking
yeah,
suck.
yeah.
But you guys know
Touching a-
what it is
yeah.
now.
Come into contact with every sharp surface on the way down. Yeah.
Yeah, so, like, I don't know how much rope you guys have. I know Ruan had some before it got pieced out by the Drake. I think
Disintegrated?
I'm pretty sure
I got
Varric and Abigail have some. If not, Sir Grayson would like to keep some in his rucksack
Yeah.
himself.
I do have some hempen rope.
Yeah,
Can't
so
remember how
like,
long it is, but
yeah, so you guys could like combine ropes by tying them together. Crazy how rope can do that, and sort of
Oh.
scale down the tunnel if you guys wish. That is an option. Or if you want to really go balls to the wall, you can just try to jump down and try to dodge all the way around.
Oh my god.
How far can I see down it?
How far is your dark vision?
60 feet.
60 feet. You can see that it does do that sort of tipple, or that tipple. It does crane. It does curve. This is it in terms of like horizontal distance, right? Descent-wise, it's way deeper.
Gotcha.
With a 60-foot dark vision, hell, with Sir Grayson's 90-foot dark vision, he can confirm it still goes down more.
Oh.
Like, so it's at least 90 feet drop.
I might be able to clear at least 2 paths for us.
Also?
Okay.
Yeah, never mind.
Pulls out Javelin of Lightning.
Eh,
It does have a range to it.
you gonna lightning the tunnel?
That's the plan, yes.
Would
To,
that break off the spikes on the walls?
Oh, it
That's
might do.
the hope, yes.
Lightning, but it's powerful lightning, so it might not just dissipate out into it.
It will be loud though.
Extremely.
True, that's true.
Well, do we want to go this way, or do we want to go potentially towards the lab that was mentioned?
Well, we're trying to get to the core, right?
Yeah.
Is that what we're doing?
So, I thought that was what we were doing. Is it not?
Okay,
I
we
mean,
should
if that's
set
what
plans.
we
If I
have,
had-
the core, we have the Drake, and we have just leaving via the Undertow. Very close to 3 fingers. I know I'm not considering going back the way we came in an option. There's no point. It'd be a waste of time.
Yeah.
True.
Do think there's merit in figuring out how this place works.
Oh yeah, big time.
Think so.
This is-
I think so.
And maybe we find like a locked up treasure room and there's a bunch of fucking money in it.
I mean, that could be fun as well.
I don't think there'll be a... Actually, there might be a treasure... No, if there's a dragon's place...
It's a
makes sense.
place made by dragons.
Yeah, yeah, there's definitely a horde
Don't be
somewhere.
silly.
Yeah.
Creatures of
They
hell.
have hearts, right?
Unless
Yeah, they
you
have
guys-
hearts.
Haven't looked at Raze.
Unless they got the treasure got scattered when it was got teleported into. Well, if the rooms are maybe intact, Ver just gestures at one of the walls, which is just the wall. I don't think they're all intact. Fair points. But maybe one of them is.
We'll never know until we go down there, right?
That layout. Might
I'm sort
be
of
able
curious
to-
now.
The core room or the laboratory, which one do you think is more likely to have a layout of the area?
I think... Core room would have
Probably
a
the
layout.
core, I would think.
But a
The
laboratory
core,
might be
because it
more...
would be the core of the place. The lab would have more traffic through it, so thus it would have a layout. Maybe.
We can find the layout. Perhaps we don't need to go down all the paths. We make a new one.
I mean, Helgex seems to know
Assuming-
vaguely what these rooms are. but not
Assuming the
layout.
path is still there.
True.
Helgex knows what he's allowed to tell us, which could be the only things that lead us into a trap.
That's a point.
smirks.
Oh, hey, we're also waiting for Catalina. How long has it been?
Oh, yes.
20?
Been 10 minutes.
10 minutes?
I guess 13. Perhaps this place is larger than we anticipated. Like Catalina said, this place wasn't that deep. Well, yes, but I don't think she knew that there was a fucking draconic laboratory here as well. Fair point.
Wow, you're getting frustrated. You don't usually curse that much.
Don't badmouth my sister. Fair enough. Regardless, there is also the chance that something held her up. For all we know, she's finding the Drake right now. I think we would feel if she was finding the Drake right now.
Also,
Then
from the
the
sound
Drake
of it, she
would be in
didn't want-
trouble.
Yeah, probably. I don't think we have to worry about her finding us, because looks back at the probably very obvious the fucking bodies behind
Blood
us.
trail, oh, yeah, the blood trail of
Yeah.
near blackish red blood, yeah.
Yeah, I don't think we
In fairness, stuff has been mopped up in this room, and by mopped up, I mean smeared left to right like a shitty mop that's already dirty, mopping more dirty stuff is doing.
Huh,
Sort of like
wonder
a
why
viscera
that-
cleanup detail.
So a point of note. If we go this way, Witch Stalker can't follow.
Oh, that is a point.
This, the chute he can follow. The other path would require some physical negotiation with the environment.
You can't like unsummon.
Witch Stalker could go down this chute the same way you guys can. He need a fucking rope.
As someone who lived under caves for 50 years, it's not wise to go re-excavating.
50 years? How old are you? Besides
Too
the
old
point.
for this.
He's turning to Bill.
alright.
He needs some cigarettes.
I feel that. Feel right here. He gets it at his spine.
You have aged like a fine wine. Or mead, that's
Oh.
supposed to be more accurate.
Hey, thanks.
Yeah.
I think. Was he talking about Truhan? I think.
No, it can apply
I
to
won't
all of them.
describe you as a fine wine.
Roll me deception.
Or
I think it'd
deception
be more
rolls
of a
squad.
stout. Deception. Okay, that's actually really good.
Just yeah.
Haha! He can't possibly succeed.
Yeah, I'm like a good stout. It's not how stout. Don't. Just don't. Alright.
Stout is my favorite type of wine.
Oh.
At that, just begins laughing, or she tries to contain her laughing. She puts her hands over her mouth, like.
Look, I'm not versed in
There, can
alcohol
get this
extremely
first.
well. I just know which ones get me drunk faster.
So, which path shall we go down?
I figured that.
I mean, Wuhan just puts a hand in and like presses his glove up against the trap, the sharp spikes. How sharp are they?
They're not like razor sharp or anything.
But if you're
they're
following
more like,
into them,
they're like pointed rocks. They're just pointy rocks. It's not like there's like a fucking razor blade
Oh.
taped to the end of them.
Oh,
Can I just
Um,
point
The only
down
thing peculiar
spikes?
about it is that stalagmites don't form
Angle.
at like. Well, they sort of do. They sort of don't. Okay, here's the catch. If water were descending from up here down that way, yes, stalagmites would become pointy like that because that's how stalagmites normally form. There's no water up here. If anything, there's water down there. Why are they pointing this way? That's the only weird thing about it.
the room got turned upside down.
wait a second. That gives me an idea.
Nice.
Wuhan's read many books. Does this remind him of like a regional effect that a powerful dragon would have?
Ooh,
Roll me your background info.
that makes sense for the area. Can I assist with that? Oh, no, I can't
You can
assist
roll
with
your own.
that. Yeah, I can
At
turn off
disadvantage.
guidance real fast. I can do that. Anytime
Holy
with the dragon
shit.
thing, I rolled really
That's-
good.
Holy shit!
Oh my god.
Apparently, she had a kick in her like teenage years or young teenage years of just reading all the fucking dragon books you can find.
How do you have a plus 10? He has a plus 7.
My dragons
It's
are pretty
int,
cool. I
and
can
I
see
have
that.
a bonus proficiency.
Yeah, he's like
So
a guy
5
of
+ 5,
20
10.
freaking int.
Fair enough. Yeah, between the two of you, you guys think about regional effects, and none particularly spring to mind about a peculiar designed subterranean environments. Nothing springs to mind. Don't get me wrong. There are a number of dragons that can live in subterranean environments, but ones that naturally just cause the place to become more spiky. No. Toxic swamps, gaseous environments. Yeah, you're fucking looking at black dragons or some green dragons or stuff like that. But like, to the point where I don't know, gravity inverts, the rocks go the wrong way. That's really specific. Nothing springs to mind for either of you, I'm afraid. Yeah, that's all I gotta say on that.
Well, to be honest, they're just rocks. Abigail, you can heal. I can just barrel through them and break them off.
It is quite a fall. 90 feet at the very least.
Yes, I don't think we want to scoop you up off of the ground afterwards. Well, I think Rilka might like that for his hat, but I would not.
Rocker nods like, yeah, she gets it.
It's also as you point out, she can heal, but it'd also be a drain on her resources that we might need later on. So it
also
might
be
just be
loud.
better to go slow and steady.
And also be loud.
Also, that. We can climb down a fair distance, and then...
We take our time. We're
Are
not
you
that sharp.
like one of them fancy dancing, prancing, like fighting people? Can you just fall down stuff and be fine anyways?
Isn't
Says
that
to
so?
you.
Me. Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, I can do that. I don't think I can break
I would
them.
just chuck her down then, and then she could tell us what's at the bottom. And she
That's
could bring a
true.
rope.
I mean,
You
that
still
is-
have the talisman. We'll throw a rope down 50 feet. Or back up to it if something's down there.
I don't have any talismans, though, is the only thing.
You do.
But do I?
You were given one. Remember back when you had to jump the
From-
40-foot gap?
Oh shit! Okay, this is. Oh yeah, no, it's coming back to bite me in the arse, right? It was
you still
a
have
cherry
it.
blossom one, right?
Yes.
Okay,
Yeah, I begin just lowering down my rope.
okay, cool. I'll just put that over there.
Do you make the hole wider or bigger? Because like as of right now, it's just basically like a single brick that got pushed in. So I would
Oh.
do, like,
Well,
like
shoot, that's
wrench
skinny.
it back and like make it actually like person size.
Just
Yeah.
go full octopus mode
Awesome.
and just squeeze
Yeah,
on.
he just like grabs and just pulls it out. Like just starts like ripping the wall off, manhandling it.
It's actually weird. As you begin pulling this wall asunder, which is a weird thing to say, pulling a wall asunder, the mortaring is super shallow, superficial, if anything. And it should honestly just crumble as you pull it out, like brick by brick. But you do note that your Ildrun does glow, or rather feel a bit hotter, and you actually begin pulling them out like chunks. Like puzzle pieces almost, you know, just so like one set of 5, a set of 3, a set of 4, and you can even like it holds a structural rigidity to the point where you just sort of set them down and they don't just immediately break apart from one another, just sort of. And just like that, boom, it's a man-sized, or I guess bigger for in your case, and I guess for Grayson's case, but a larger than normal sized opening that leads to this chute that goes down.
Right, if I poke my head over, how close together do the spikes seem?
They're not like adjacent to one another. They have a little bit of distance clearance from one another in terms of verticality and horizontality, whatever. They don't stack, is what I'm saying.
So I'm just trying to
You
think, like,
might be able to dodge if you in particular, Ms. Monk, leapt down it. You might be able to dodge between them and not get hit by any of them. The falling would be physics, but the spikes would be a circumventable manner for you.
Just bounce off each side.
Lol.
just the rebound. Go full parkour. Yeah, okay. I was thinking more like if it was sizable for like Witch Stalker to get down, but if he's going down by except I could sort of try and break some of the way down.
It would be a tight fit because remember this is like his combat size, right? He's not actually like a cube. He could fit down. He definitely will be pressing into the spikes unless you guys have a really delicate descent for him. That being said, it's fucking Witch Stalker. He probably doesn't give a shit. Either the wall, or not the wall, the stone will break on him, or he gets a little bit slashed up.
Okay.
You'll be fine.
Hey, Crash, just as a
Yeah.
point of reference,
Yes.
does the way this is made just trigger anything to me? Like if I was like an expert mason or something?
roll me Mason's tools. I will give you some stuff for free though.
If it just happened to be
Okay.
Mastercraft,
Whether this is
Mm.
within.
Okay, gotcha. 24. Well, I guess it also get a guidance on top of that. So, 20, 25. Ooh, it's so pretty good.
Yeah, that might be the next
Yeah,
jump move.
it is. Nice, strong news. There you go. This is
Oh.
okay. It's clearly not natural. All right, we've established that in the previous discussion. And you, as you get like crouched down, because that's the thing, like the spikes don't start at eye level; they start at like foot and below level, because that's how a descent works. You sort of have to crouch down and get decently close to the edge and peer over using your dark vision. And as you sort of squint and focus on one of the, I'll call them a stalag spikes, you can see it is manufactured physically. It's not a product of, not a sheer, rather, product of erosion. There is some in there, don't get me wrong, either by weatherment or other purposeful effect. But these things were made initially. So like in like rendering a texture. You start at like a big polygon and then narrow it further and further into smaller, more specific detail. Sort of like that. You even, with a 25, you even see like where the implement hit, which would probably explain why it is both not so pointy, like sharp, rather. Because it wasn't a good job. It just outright wasn't a good job. And that coupled along with erosion and time, yeah, it's pointy but not sharp as, like, say, like a spear head would be. Whatever chiseled, I'll call it that, chiseled out these spikes, obviously it did it purposely. They did not have the either, I'll call them opposable thumb capabilities or outright tools to do such.
Oh,
and this ain't Minecraft.
Sorry.
Maybe it was bugs.
No,
Maybe not. Maybe it's
I
something else.
actually just got another idea.
Also, you are correct. 25 is the next threshold. These stalags actually are. It's hard to tell in the darkness because, again, dark vision is sort of like a monochrome coloration to things. But you can tell just by some sedimentary layering. More so on the wall itself as opposed to the spikes. The spikes are a different thing entirely. They're implanted there. They're not like some rock that was chiseled down. It's more over something was stabbed into the wall.
Oh my gosh.
Embedded in the wall and then chiseled down.
Okay. Can I grab one and try to pull it out?
Make a strength check. Oh, FX. 22. You.
Alright.
It's a good thing you're like fucking like 7 feet tall.
He's got that.
Relkurt's like, wait, oh, he's doing it! He's doing it! Oh, wait, he came back up. You reach down and begin pulling one out gradually, and similar to, how I just described before, like how when you grabbed at the bricks of this wall, they sort of held together, even though superficially they should have just crumbled and separated from one another. Yeah, this thing should, like, break pretty easily under your giant might, quite literally. It doesn't. It holds together a bit more than it should naturally. You pull it out. You just pull it out. And it is this sort of, not hexagon. Octagonal, there we go, sort of not pedestal, base to it that is sort of, albeit diagonally, like, gushed into the wall, and you get more of the features of what this was. It was some sort of bust or statue with the so imagine if we so it's like we had a bust here, and then we had whatever this creature, did I say creature? Bust was of. What it originally was before has just been sheerly just broken out and down until it made whatever the spiky thing is. Which, well, I guess the spiky thing is what it is. But now that you have the rest of the bust and some more, I'll call it pristine parts of it because they were sheltered from the environment, it is what appears to be the bust of some sort of draconic creature. So this would be like equivocally like the like neck up of a draconic head, like sort of like a knight chess piece. And then they're just sort of eroded and chiseled and broken down until just at the core, it's a spiky object.
Does it look
so
like...
they probably got rid of like from neck or like mid neck up 60%, if not more, of the mass there just to make the spiky object.
Does it look like it was a carved statue, or it was something that was petrified?
This is nowhere big enough to be
It's not big enough.
like a dragon's head.
I don't know if it's like a kobold or something. A baby dragon.
Well, if it were a kobold, then it wouldn't have this sort of neck structure, because kobolds do have a bit of that humanoid neck. Regardless, it was
It's definitely
it's a bust. It's like a carved statue of marble of some sort.
I'm
As opposed
gonna
to,
be
like,
honest with you.
object.
I kind of want to piece this all back together.
It's a what the Okay, I'm interested.
Definitely.
Was it like a hallway originally, and the statues got shunted into the walls?
I'm kind of wondering if something tried to teleport here and failed, or it tried to move and wasn't able to.
Maybe.
Are we gonna spend it?
He puts his hands together, like finger over finger. If something tried to teleport, but it wasn't able to, and then he shifts them to where they interlock. Perhaps things got out of place.
That would fit with what Helgis was telling us, a shunt stability generator. Prevents stuff from teleporting around.
Like we merged together kind of thing.
Sort of. But I also think if I try to remove all these, I'll be exhausted thrice over.
Yeah,
True.
and we don't know.
I can try and help, but I don't know if I can manage that as well.
I'm going to remove this upper spike here. Boom. It's gone now.
If we had some kind of like mold earth or like remove earth kind of thing, maybe.
I think somewhere we have a potion of free action, and I'm wondering if I could just like wipe on a cloth to make them easier to remove. But that's a problem for another me.
This is a slight misassignment. Get rid of that one too, because it looks off.
But I do have to run. But that's my idea.
Yeah, we could end session there with that intriguing bit of information. And what that means next time, who knows? Who knows?
Give me a lot to think about.
I would say
Also,
piece this thing back together would probably be really difficult, even with your Mason capabilities, because you don't know what it looked like originally.
The world's
This is maybe you might have some way of figuring out what it looked like originally. Who knows?
Maybe it's the perfect thing to prove himself as the stone giant.
Actually, that'd be a good project.
Maybe.
Oh my god.
It can be done.
Holy.
Oh.
Okay.
We can remake him.
I will say there is actually before you go, I will give you one thing. With a 32, you can see the ridge structure of the dragon, like the horn ridge structure. And with how much you've read on the studies of dragons, because they're a pretty well-studied creature, you might actually be able to do at least a pretty decent approximation of what this dragon was by the ridge structure alone, and then going off of your memorization, not purposeful, but maybe so. It's like, oh, this thing has a long neck ridge. Oh, this only shows up with a gold dragon, or we'll say hypothetically. I know what a gold dragon looks like. I could remake the head, because this is how gold dragons look like. So you could do something like that with 32.
Plans in action. Who needs a loot and magic items? I have reconstructed busts.
Easy clap. Easy clap.
Alright, I'll catch y'all later. I should be good for next week. I've got nothing going on till August 16th.
Nice.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Yeah, it's 404.
Yep. Yeah, it's 404. He needs to go hop in that call. Into the other game, and they gotta go talk to the creator. Yeah, so fun sesh. We definitely had a later start because tech problems can't be helped, right? Whatever. And then next week is late start, I believe, Percy?
Yes, it is, I'm afraid.
That's fine. I mean, you guys are always free to discuss all this other shit while we're like waiting for you to, hop into the shower and hop into call and all that. So, well, not you in specific, but everyone.
Yeah.
Just have your microphone outside the shower and just scream really loudly.
Oh my god, yeah.
Or outside the bathroom.
Off the neighbors 101.
Yeah. I'll just put like one of those little Polly Pockets you get so you can take like your iPad in and stuff.
Yeah. Or you could just tape a Ziploc back to the shower.
Oh, yeah.
I've done that before in the past. It actually worked decently well.
Oh, yeah?
It does. Surprisingly so. So yeah, I wonder what y'all doing next.
Oh, actually,
little-
wait a minute, what's the...
Had a half combat today. It really was only half, given that you guys got like double turns and then slaughtered everything.
Eventually, we got double turns once we remembered and actually executed on it.
We figured it out, alright? You guys got them in the
Worked
end.
out,
That's all I
worked
care about. I followed through on what
That
I
was fun.
promised.
That was a fun time.
Oh,
Yeah.
a thing, actually. Oh,
And
is
also,
it
this
next
room
week
is
or is
kind of
it the...
weird. What the fuck are these
Yeah, it
ooze
is.
things?
Yeah, so
There's
not
so
next week.
much going
but the-
on with this dungeon, and I love it.
Yeah, I
But,
think your
uh,
estimation of 6 to 8 is probably more accurate now.
I still
yeah.
don't think so, actually.
Really?
I can see you guys finishing in 4,
Okay.
including today 4. Maybe
I'm glad.
now.
I'm glad you have hope in us, because I certainly don't.
I have to, because if not, it will be me just thinking about it.
Fair enough.
No, you guys actually like no, unless you guys start like doing some Skyrim shit. It's like, okay, we explored this avenue, but before we get to the end, let's go explore
Go
the
to
other
the other
avenues.
Sure.
Yeah, unless you guys do that shit, in which case I can't fucking account for that. Yeah, I would say it did sort of work out. That you guys rested. I wasn't sure if you guys would or wouldn't.
Yeah.
It also
I was
worked out that you
debating
guys.
Go
It
on.
also worked out you guys were decisive in killing the Meanlocks.
I'm
as
still
soon
really
as,
happy. Yeah.
as soon as one of them got a turn, they were running.
Yeah, and then that all of China knows you hear syndrome.
Bingo.
Yeah. I'm really happy I managed to get that one through the wall. That just made
That
my
was
day.
fucking cool. Not gonna lie, that was fucking cool.
You guys definitely embodied today. Just roll well, lol.
Yeah. Oh my god, I know. Yeah, like 2 nat 20s in like the space of 5 minutes. I was just like, how?
Yeah, just roll well, lol. Yeah, like
Yeah,
if you
yeah.
didn't
Not even 20, it
roll,
was like 10.
if you didn't roll, like to detect them, which I remember later, you actually would have had advantage because of the bird spirit.
Oh, yeah.
But regardless, you detect them anyways. But let's say hypothetically you got like a nat 1 and a nat 3 and you didn't detect them and blah 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 blah. Then yeah, the fight would have been so much harder. But you guys didn't. Just roll well, lol.
The motto of the past like 3-4 sessions? Mostly 3.
I will say I don't even think I had to prep next week because I still have the rest of the place made.
Nice.
Maybe just some.
Oh, there we
tweaks here and
go.
there.
How many maps
Yeah.
do you have of this place?
This place in specific, like the
Sure.
dungeon,
Yeah, the Undertow?
the Undertow. That's what it's called. Yeah, 3.
Okay. Oh. I still want to see this fucking lab, man. So I do want to do the Skyrim thing of exploring everywhere, but also like we should probably focus on one direction.
You guys should probably figure out what objective you guys actually want, because
Yeah.
your original objective is to let's just use the Undertow and teleport somewhere closer. The end.
Yeah, and we're just getting distracted by every little thing.
And then you guys met Helgix, and it's like, I cannot leave. Wow, Zavaricides lives. Alright, we'll kill the Drake. Let's go. It gives us loot, and it's over a moral good thing. Let's kill the Drake.
Let's
Now
go.
it's like,
Let's go.
I need access to the memory banks of the Draconic Core. Alright,
The
we're
fuck?
gonna go to the
Memory
Draconic Core. I'm just like, I guess like, yeah, you should really decide what your objective actually is.
Yeah,
was
we're
one
sort of being
started-
like laid around by the nose.
One above the. Okay, I am saying pick one above the rest, but I'm not saying exclude the others, right?
Yeah.
Like establish primary, secondary, and tertiary.
Like we're probably
I
gonna
think-
kill the Drake on the way out, unless we're presented
I
with
hope
an
so.
alternative way out.
I hope so. That'd be pretty cool.
Yeah. It's when Helgix started talking like really sciencey terminology that's like, hold up, that's weird. That's
I like that
weird.
anytime any science gets stressed, it's like must be traitors.
Kind of.
As if R&D back at the colony doesn't talk in the same way.
Yeah,
No,
yeah.
it's specifically because of that, because like R&D is mildly cutting edge technology, and this is shit that's fucking ancient. In
Afraid
comparison
of
to
that,
our
well.
lifespans, at least. It's like, oh yeah, almost 2,000 years old, and like the potential of the technology could be matched.
That's
with
crazy,
R&D.
man. That's wild.
Huh. And also,
That's
Bruin brought a very good point of like, hey, if we understand this technology, it could give us a potential lead in to understanding the traitor stuff. And it's like, shit.
Potentially. There's something else I have for that as well.
Ooh, lovely. Yeah, that's
say this isn't it, or is it, or so on. But yeah,
it's a factor.
I have a lot of I had a like having my Wednesday off and like really getting down prepping for like basically 3 days straight, getting the muck of things. Yeah, I have good times ahead. Good times, maybe death, but also good times. As D&D always is.
So where do you think we should go, Kirsty?
Well, the one that promises death, naturally.
So you guys jump off the cliff that you guys are just fighting in.
Yeah.
And just sort of
Actually, I'm just gonna run like straight into the spike, like not even try to dodge.
Right. I think I'd do a whopping like 1d6 damage to you. I'm not joking.
Body slam the spike.
I'm actually not joking. They don't do that much damage.
Oh, in that case.
In a game system where you could take a fucking gun to the fucking leg and suffer that much damage, yeah, a normal rock ain't that bad. That means that like hitting all of them on the way down and then getting to the bottom, yeah, like that's a different story. That's cumulative, but like just hitting one is you're probably fine.
Yeah, because in theory, the impact at the bottom you'd probably take 10 to 15 d6, and then a number of d6 for number of spikes you hit. Like, it adds up.
Less, I'm just gonna ricochet off every surface then.
You just turn into a pinball.
Flat off the bottom.
I mean,
like,
if you want. Yeah, that's fair game.
Yeah,
Just
you can actually
casually.
mop me up off the bottom afterwards.
I wonder if Varric should make any other spell scrolls. Actually, wait. No, biggest brain, wait. He can put healing points in a scroll. I could have sworn there's a limit, though.
I'm gonna put in her name.
Any, up to a threshold equal to your overheal threshold of your vitality boost feature. So he is 10th. Oh, God. Cross-reference. 10th level. I think that's 3 hit dice worth. It is 3 hit dice. So he can do 24 points. That would literally be worthless. Because you don't have 1 point left. Okay, so... We'll say... Let's see, second level is 8 points. So if he could slap in... He'll slap in 17 points.